Welcome to this week's episode of Undisputed MMA. We're down at Fight Sports Center chatting to EFC's flyweight champion, Zulu. Zulu, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me in your show.
So I think just for those that don't know, give us a bit of background on how your martial arts journey started, how you got into MMA.
This started a long time ago when I was a kid, about 6 years old, having bullies at school, and my mother said I must start doing something. So she took me to karate school, Kyokushin Karate, where I started training, and then I enjoyed it. So I started competing with other kids. So I kept winning. I did Kyokushin since I was a kid until I finished high school. So when I moved up to Joburg, where for college and work, I met these guys. They were doing kickboxing and stand-up all that with Coach Mark Hayes. So I joined them and I trained with them. Competition was wasn't something new to me. So I competed there as well, and I started winning, keep winning. My record was good. So, wow, I'm really one of the best here. Let me keep doing it. And then I wanted to upgrade my skill, to become a better fighter, a complete fighter, in the world. So to be a complete fighter, you need to have wrestling, jiu-jitsu, you need to have boxing, karate, you need to have Muay Thai. Put them all together. So that's where I found MMA and said, I want to do this. And that's it. That's how I started.
And then how did that go from starting to learn MMA to competing in MMA and then obviously signing as a pro?
Signing as a pro was good for me. It was great because starting it, I wanted to be a champion. I didn't want to start it just to be a fighter. I wanted to be a best fighter that the world has ever seen. So it was really great to start with MMA, but it was tough.
And then you won your first title in the bantamweight division, which at EFC.
Yeah, that was a breakthrough for me because I made history in AFC fighting championship to become the first one, the first bantam champion, AFC champion of the world. So that was great for me, as well as a flyweight.
And then obviously you got a chance to go through to the UFC and compete in their contender show as well. Tell us what that experience was like.
That experience was like wow for me, because back in the days, 4 years ago when I started with EFC, turning pro, fighting MMA, I wanted to be AFC champion. Then I saw, okay, there is another big organization like UFC, ONE FC, you name them. There is a lot of them in the world, like Brave. You count them, but I wanted to be in the UFC. So when Cario, UFC president, giving me that call in the morning and saying UFC wants you to come and compete in the tough, I couldn't believe him. I was like, maybe it's like joking with me or something, but it was serious. So I started doing visas and all that to get myself ready to go there. So it was a great experience to become one of the other 15 champions around the world, compete in one house to get a UFC contract and a title shot to fight Mighty Mouse Johnson.
And then obviously coming back to South Africa now again, you're ready to defend your flyweight title in the EFC. You're going to be fighting another wrestler. Tell us what that preparation's been like for you.
Look, man, I got eliminated on a tough show, so I realized that wrestling is my weakness. So I had to stay in America, sacrifice all the time, without being with my family, my friends, anyone I know, to stay with Henry Cejudo, a gold medalist, a wrestling gold medalist, the best in the world, to help me with my wrestling. So I spent like 6 months in a state with the best fighters, top UFC fighters, working on my wrestling and jiu-jitsu. So I am very confident that this wrestler is not going to touch me.
And then obviously you're training here with a wrestler as well in South Africa.
Of course, as soon as I hit back here, I started training with Ike Cabeza and going to Azbek Wrestling Club like every week, every day. So I'm grinding this wrestling. I'm ready. ready, man.
And then what do you expect to happen in the fight against Bukang? Obviously, he's going to try and take it down to the ground. You've obviously got other ideas.
Yeah, he's gonna try take me down. He will take me down. He's a good wrestler, but for sure, if even the wrestler gets taken down, that everyone knows that. But the thing is, I'm gonna keep getting up and fire him.
Well, there you have it, guys. From Zulu himself, he's going to be winning that fight. Again, this is the guy that Dana White compared to one of the greatest strikers in the UFC. So let's see what happens.
Young Spider.
There you go, the young Spider. He compared him to Anderson Silva. He said he has the best stand-up he's seen since a young Anderson Silva. So let's see what happens. Good luck, Zulu, and we'll chat to you again soon.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.